That'll bring up Dawson, who's 1 out of 3.
The only pitcher on the entire Red staff is one they acquired at the end of spring training, and that's Don Carmen, who was a free agent. Carmen has a 5.40 ERA. Everybody else under 4 on this Red staff.
Two out, nobody on. High pop foul, back out of play. Same two teams tomorrow. Two men out, nobody on. There's Browning. There's a looper, and that's a base hit. Dawson's going to try for a double. The throw, save. And Dawson said to George Bell, that was a pretty good cue shot you hit. I'm going to try it. And he got the 8 ball in the side pocket also.
This is a breaking ball, and Andre hits it off the end of the bat, double number 7 this year. Andre showing you that he's got pretty good wheels these days. Got a stolen base today, runs this into a 2-base hit, and knows that as long as Morris is running away from the play, he can't possibly get anything on the throw.
And here's Villanueva, who's due. He struck out twice, he's 0 for 3, and now he's facing a right-hander. A little bit outside, ball 1. Cubs with a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 7th. Ground ball, that'll end the inning. Sabo's throw in time. 1 hit, 1 left. At the end of 7, the Cubs still leading 6-4. Harry Caray back to the ballpark. We're going into the top of the 8th. And they'll have their top of the batting order coming up. Win Cubs. There's Steve Wilson, who just was recalled from Iowa, along with Heathcliff Slocum working in the bullpen.
Chris Sabo says that he is a pull hitter, plain and simple, and when he's not pulling the ball, he doesn't feel he's hitting it particularly well. He hasn't pulled it today. He doesn't have any hits, but he did hit 25 home runs last year.
There's a pitch fouled. Ossenmacher. Her ball a little bit inside. Sabo's been held pretty well by the Cub pitching this year. 3 out of 19, but he's a tough hitter. Right back to Ossenmacher. Easy play. 1 out. That's 4 in a row. Retired by Ossenmacher. This is Rick Sutcliffe's game to win. He pitched 6 fine innings. Allowed 4 hits, 4 runs. 1 of which was unearned. 3 came in the first inning on a 2-out, 3-run homer by Hal Morris. From then on, he allowed only 2 hits over the next 5 frames.
Injury report on Barry Larkin is that he left the game with some tightness in his right elbow. If you remember, on the Sandberg infield base hit, it was an off-balance throw, and Larkin did the best he could to get it over there, and he might have hurt it on that play.
Bill Doran hitting left-handed. Before, turns around now to hit right-handed, being a switch hitter and a good one. Struck him out. 5 in a row retired by Asemacher. Boy, he has been so great.
Ball keeps rolling right along. His second strikeout, giving him 22. Good breaking ball. Very effective and unusual that a man can keep control of that breaking ball out of the bullpen day after day after day.
Mariano Duncan batting for the first time. He's had 1 homer this year, 3 RBIs, hitting 182. Barbara Hochberg, and all the other people from Sportmark, and also from Rawlings, figured in the festivities before the game today. Barbara's a daughter of good friends of mine, Earl and Charlotte Price from Palm Springs. The pitch, curveball of beauty. Good well wishes to Brian Keenan at Shriners Hospital in Oak Park. Inside, 2-2.
Paul's got 2 types of breaking balls. One is a short, quick, harder breaking ball, and the other is a very big breaking ball. He gets them both over for strikes.
Boy, he made him look bad again, but he fouled the pitch off. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Swung, foul tip. Boy, get this guy out and let Eric Davis lead off the ninth. We don't want to see him coming up. 35,484. And I imagine many of them not only came to the ballpark, but also witnessed the big parade today as our troops came marching home. Ground ball. Scott's long throw. Safety big one. There he played it a little bit cautiously. He knew that Duncan was pretty fast. He didn't want to make a bad throw. Watch him now. Still seems to get the ball away quickly enough.
Well, by Bob Davidson, and Mark Grace doing the best he can to come off the bag quickly. We'll watch it at first. It's very close. And the tie goes to the runner. In this case, Duncan got the benefit of the doubt, and it will bring up Eric Davis with 1 long ball away from tying it up.
Be careful now. Starts him off with a fastball inside. Well, one thing about facing Davis here, if you get him out, you don't have to worry about him batting in the ninth. But that's a big if. 2 balls, no strikes. Again a fastball, ball 3.
Got the left-hand hitting Morris on deck. And he hasn't faced many left-handers. Lou Piniella said he's going to play him against left-handers, so this will be a good test.
What, did he hit him?
Well, no, he did hit him, yes.
He hit him by a pitch ball, right. So it's not ball 4. He's hit by a pitch ball.
Inside fastball, and it catches him right off the forearm, I believe. That's the first man that Paul has hit this year, but you can tell the fact that Paul's got great control, and he didn't want any part of Eric Davis. He thought he could get out the left-hander, Hal Morris.
And you could also tell that Eric Davis had the green light. He was swinging with 3-0. But here's Hal Morris. Fastball inside. He's throwing a preponderance. And here comes Don Zimmer out to talk to him. And to Hector Villanueva. Let me ask you, you being a pitcher, when your best pitch is your curveball, and you're a left hand, you got a right-handed hitter up there, are you more afraid of throwing him your curveball than you would be if you were a left-hand hitter? I imagine so.
Well, I think what happens, Harry, is you face these guys enough to know what they can do with what you have, and what any pitcher will do is go with his strength, regardless of what the hitter does. So you go with your strength first, which is a breaking ball by Paul Assenmacher, but he didn't want to throw it to Eric Davis, who's a good low ball hitter.
There's the strike at the knee. A ball and a strike. Paul O'Neill next. Eric Davis at first. Swings, fouls it out of play into the stand. Mariano Duncan at second. 2 away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Assenmacher. Base hit. Right center field. 1 run is in. 6-5 ball game. And Morris, we can't get him out. That's his 3rd hit today.
That was a breaking ball that hung over the middle of the plate, and Hal Morris got the job done. He now has 14 RBIs. You can see the curveball there. He wanted Assenmacher to get this curveball away, and that's where Paul wanted to get it, but he didn't throw it in a good spot. And I think Lou Piniella went out to talk with Paul O'Neill, and he's calling him back.
And O'Neill, who had been at the plate, is going to give way to a pinch hitter. Quinones, who hits right-handed and left-handed, hit a grand slam to beat the Cubs as a pinch hitter in Cincinnati. O'Neill has worn out the Cubs pitching. 5 RBIs for Hal Morris. He drove in the first 3 with a homer. Drove in 1 with a sacrifice fly. And another one with a base hit. Luis Quinones batting for O'Neill.
He's hitting 167 this year. He's had an opportunity to hit right and left-handed 12 times each. He's 2 for 12. 2 for 8 with a home run and 2 RBIs, a pinch hitter.
Curveball in there, a strike call. Eric Davis, the tying run at third. Strike 2 call. And Quinones can't believe it. He thought the ball was too low. Villanueva gave him a signal wide of the plate. That's exactly where Assenmacher threw it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-5. Ooh, he had a good cut on that pitch, but fouled it back. 2 out of 12 for the year, but one of them a grand slam as a pinch hitter against the Cubs in Cincinnati. Two and two, the pitch was high. Quinones, 4 out of 24. Bouncing ball. Dunston steps on the bag to retire the side. 1 run. hits, 2 left. We go in the bottom of the 8th. The Cubs are out in front, 6-5. We go in the bottom of the 8th. The Cubs lead by 1. Braggs is in center field for the Reds. And we have Ted Power pitching for him.
Braggs is going to hit in the 9th spot in the flip-flop batting order. Ted Power will occupy the 6th spot. That's where Luis Quinones hit. Power comes into this one at 2-1. The ERA a fine 2.79 on for the 11th time. The Cubs nursing along this 1-run lead. They would dearly love to add to it. Dave Smith loosening up in the bullpen, and looks like he will come in.
Sean Dunston, who walloped his 3rd homer of the year in the 6th. There's Dave Smith. They're getting a beach ball off the field. Eric Davis accommodating one of the fans. Lee Smith leads the league in saves. Rob Dibble of the Reds next. A lot of them were tied with 7, including Mitch Williams and Dave Smith and others. 1 ball, no strikes on Dunston. Ted Power.
Ted Power is a fastball slider pitcher. He throws most everything the same speed.
Ball 2. He helped them win the game by retiring the Cubs after they filled the bases with 1 out in Cincinnati.
Power pitched for the Pirates last year, appearing in 40 games with a 3.66 ERA.
Strike call. 2 balls and a strike. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Line drive, and the center field is going to be caught by Eric Davis.
As soon as you see Eric Davis slap his thigh with a glove, you know that he's going to make the play. When left the bat, it looked like it would loop in for a base hit. Davis came running on, slapped his thigh, and made the play.
I tell you, there is no better baseball specimen than Eric Davis when he's right, when he's free of injury. All that slows him up are a series of injuries that have happened to him. You talk about a complete ball player. He runs, he throws, he hits for power, he hits for average. There isn't a category of the game that he doesn't play exceptionally well. Scott. Gary takes a pitch over the outside corner. One out. Curve in there. Strike 2 call. Chico Walker will pinch hit. Grassenmacher. A high foul ball out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scott is 0 for 2. Was intentionally passed in the 4th, and that was a good move for the Cubs because Sutcliffe followed with a 2-run double. There's Mike Harkey. Outside curveball. 2-2. Ted Power, veteran right-hander. Struck him out a curveball. Scott called out on strike. Power, 36 years old. Chico Walker.
Chico Walker's had a very good run at it as a pinch hitter. He's 4 for 10 this year, hitting .267 overall. No home runs or RBI.
2 men out, nobody on. Pitch outside. Young Gary Scott having a little trouble. 13 hits, 74 times at bat. Pitch a little bit high. Ball 2. Jerome Walton would be next. She from Texas. Swung and he missed. 2 balls and a strike. Dave Smith looking on. Strike called over the outside corner. 2-2. Smith has been watching most of the half inning. He tried to check, tipped the ball foul. Apparently he had already gotten ready. Now he throws some more.
Most good short relievers will tell you that they can get good and loose in about 20 pitches. Dave Smith has had that opportunity. He knows he's ready to go. He's just waiting for the side to be retired. Got to head on for that 8th save.
Long drive to left center, right center field, a base hit. Cut off by Bragg. Glenn Braggs cut that ball off, kept it from rolling to the wall. A solid single by Chico Walker.
Cubs now have 9 pinch hits, and Chico has 5 of them. So talk about a man coming off the bench and doing the job. Chico Walker, a surprise to make the club in spring training, has really done the job for Don Zimmer.
There's Jerome Walton now. 0 for 3, but scored a run. Curveball in there, a strike call.
Walker's 2-0 in the stolen base department, and the Cubs have been running pretty well today. But they've got Joe Oliver now behind the plate instead of Jeff Reed. And Oliver's coming off a dislocated middle finger on his right hand.
Watch Chico, good lead. Throw to first. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. We're in the 8th. Cubs lead 6-5. The Cincinnati Boosters are on hand. A big group of fans here for the weekend. There goes Chico. Whoa! They're picking off from where was he going? He started for second base and then changed his mind. And he was thrown out at first base trying to get back. At the end of 8, the Cubs lead 6-5.
Participating advertiser in Cubs baseball is Mountain Dew and Pepsi-Cola General Bottlers of Chicago.
Harry Caray back at Wrigley Field. We go into the 9th. Cubs lead 6-5. Dave Smith looking for his 8th save of the year.
He's on for the 11th time. 0-2 record. The ERA 6.75. But a very good career ERA against the Reds.
Bensinger, a switch hitter. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. The outfield straight away. Ground ball to Grace. He's got it. That'll be easy. 2 more to go. Bensinger grounded out. Grace on the system.
Don Zimmer wants Gary Scott back at third.
There's a ground ball foul. Joe Oliver on the first pitch. As a pinch hitter, he flied out on the first pitch. This time, he swings to the first pitch and fouls it off.
Oliver hit 8 home runs last year, does not have one this year. And Gary Scott is right on the line at third. Dunston playing him as a dead pull hitter in the hole at short.
Line drive, base hit, right field. He hit just opposite from the way they were playing him. Oliver singles to right. The tying run is on with one out, and here is Bragg, Glenn Bragg, veteran outfielder. Last year with Milwaukee, he hit .248, hit .299 for the Reds. And remember the great catch he made to save a ball game against Pittsburgh in the playoffs. Braggs is grounded into one double play. He's hitting only .139, but he is dangerous. Joe Oliver, a catcher at first base. So he's no speed demon. An average runner, though. He started his swing, held up, strike one call. Did he go around? Yeah! They appealed to the first base umpire, Bob Davidson, and he said he swung on it.
Looked like a split finger from Dave Smith, and Braggs couldn't check his swing. No complaint from Lou Piniella.
0-2 the count. One out, one on. Joe Oliver. The pitch. Just missed with the split finger, low and outside. 29-year-old Glenn Bragg, brought up originally by Milwaukee. Oh, good save by Hector. Villanueva went to his knees, and the count is even up 2-2. One out, one on. Several games ended. Dave Smith has ended with the batter rolling into a double play. See if he can do it again. Line drive, foul ball. Holy cow. And he was playing right on the line. I think if he'd have touched it, they would have had to call it fair.
He'd have been in fair territory. And the ball would have been in fair territory, but that was hooking foul. Gary Scott just one step from the line, tried to make the play. Jerry Davis right on the call, and Dave Smith hangs a breaking ball up in the eyes of Braggs. Turns out to be foul by plenty.
2 balls, 2 strikes. He busted his bat on that one. He hit it so hard it busted his bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braggs is going to have to hit some kind of a breaking ball, I'd guess. Went to the University of Iowa, this fella. Oh, there's a drive, but foul. Way out in front.
I think Dave Smith would like to keep this one away from Braggs, who is mighty strong, and he got out in front of that one and yanked it well foul, but it was hit a long way.
In his career, he's hit 143 against the Cubs. But that was then, and this is now, and this is all that counts, what he does this time. Swings. He tried to get a fastball by him and almost succeeded. Chris Sable would be next.
The wind has died down almost completely here at Wrigley Field. It's not going to help or hurt the hitter.
Double play ball. Out at second for one. No play at first. He kind of juggled it against his chest and feeling it. The ball kind of bounced funny for Dunston. He couldn't get the double play, but they did get these important second out.
Bruggs gets down the line in a hurry, and you watch Dunston here. He comes in to smother the ball. Has a hard time with the handle of it, and wisely Sandberg doesn't try to make the play.
And now Chris Sable, who's hit 4 homers. There's nothing out of 3 today. Takes a curveball strike. Everybody's on their feet. A dangerous hitter. Swings, fouls it back. On 2. Billy Doran is next. Quick throw, the runner back. University of Michigan boy, Chris Sable. As are 3 of the pitch. A little bit wide, a curveball. 1/3 of the starting team is University of Michigan men. Sabo, Larkin, and Morris. Cubs win! Cubs win! He struck him out. Cubs win. And the Reds, the World Championship Reds, are 1 game under 500. And the Cubs are 1 game over 500. Watch this pitch. Look at it. Hey! Watch his reaction. All right. And all the high five. Everybody congratulating everybody. And we'll be back with the totals in a moment. The Budweiser player of the day, Rick Sutcliffe's 2-run double in the 4th inning that put the Cubs ahead, and they stayed ahead. And he not only is the winning pitcher, he's Budweiser's play of the day. Well, a sweet victory indeed. And we'll have more for you following this message. The defending world champions of baseball, the Reds, are now 1 game under 500. And the Chicago Cubs, who aspire to the title this year, find themselves 1 over 500. The totals on a thrilling ball game today: 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Cubs. Rick Sutcliffe, the winner. He now has won 2 and lost 3. Dave Smith picks up his 8th save of the year. For the Cincinnati Reds, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Tom Browning, the loser, he now has won 4 and lost 2. Second game in the series here tomorrow. A thrilling ball game, and the Cubs win it 6-5. Sandberg, a big day, 3 out of 4, including a 2-run homer, a double, and a single. Speaking now for Steve Stone and Tom Brenneman, this is Harry Caray from Wrigley Field, repeating the final score: the Cubs 6 and the Reds 5. See you tomorrow. So long, everybody. Give me that. The producer director of Cubs baseball is Arnie Harris. The coordinating producer is Bill Borson. Our associate producer is Joe Cornell. The executive producer is Jim Zerwig. The final score, the Cubs 6 and the Reds 5. Our next telecast on Channel 9 will be between the Reds and the Cubs tomorrow afternoon. Our telecast begins with the leadoff man at 1 o'clock. Harry Caray from Wrigley Field. So long, everybody.